Hello, everyone. This is Patty St. Pat here. On my episode today of That's That, I'm going to be talking about a remarkable entrepreneur that I look up to a ton. His name is Gary Vaynerchuk. Some of the quotes that I loved about what he had to say are, "I don't want your money, I want your admiration." If you're good enough, no one is stopping you. I'm going to repeat those again. The first one is, "I don't want your money, I want your admiration." And if you're good enough, no one is stopping you. So I'm going to break it down for the first one. It's good that he doesn't want your money. He wants to know that you can create something good and make it a success. He wants, in that sense, he wants you to make your own money. He doesn't want your money. He wants you to make your own money and to create your own freedom of success. And then the last one that I'll break down is, if you're good enough, no one is stopping you. So you are good enough. You are good enough to get out there and do what you love to do. Whether that's having your own business, an actor, an actress, musician, the whole 10,000 yards, whatever that is. You are good enough. And no one is stopping you. No one is stopping you to do those things. Just do it. The reason that Gary Vaynerchuk is someone that I look up to is because he creates this remarkable connection with his audience, such as those that he talks to, such as I mentioned before. I don't know if I talked about it before, but he had the opportunity of talking to a young man. He was probably the age between ages 8 and 10. He had his own lemonade stand, and he, asked how much it was. And, of course, he got his answer of how much it was. And then he had the opportunity of giving this money to the young man so that Gary can purchase the lemonade. He asked the young man to hold on to the rest of the money. He doesn't want any change back at all. That, to me, is that he wants to see this young man proceed to success as he gets older over the years. He wants him to see him hopefully run his own business towards the future and to succeed in that. So thank you, Gary, for just being awesome, dude. You're such a remarkable human being, and no questions asked. You're just awesome. What is a quote or an experience that you've had getting to know who this entrepreneur is? And that's Gary Vaynerchuk. What is something that has brought to your own thought-provoking, attitude of how and who he is as a human being? Another thing that I truly appreciated of Gary Vaynerchuk is that he doesn't BS anything. He doesn't. Yes, he tends to swear and, but he's doing that to get everyone to understand what they're doing. For example, when he asks the young generation how old they are, and they answer, "Oh, I'm 20 years old." And this 20-year-old wants to work or own his own business. And Gary's response is, "Dude, you got plenty of years to do what you want to do. Enjoy who you are in your younger years." I don't know if that's in exact words, but as I've heard him talking to the young generation, he's very generous and caring to letting the young generation know that they have plenty of years to know what they want to do. I don't know how old Gary was when he got into his business, but I do know that as he's, making a name for who he is, and his business and his craft, he's a success. He truly is a success. So Gary, thank you for who you are as an entrepreneur. I hope to meet you and get to know you as an entrepreneur and get to know and talk to you about how to run a business, because I'm someone that wants to eventually run a DJ business so that I can perform at parties and receptions and things in that nature. But I hope to learn from you and to know who you are and the things that you do to make everyone a success. Now you can see Gary Vaynerchuk's motivational videos on YouTube, and you can also see him on social media. I don't know if you all follow him on Instagram, but he's got a lot of good things to say. And he's a very good communicator, and he knows what's in front of him. And what's in front of him is that he continues to be a success to everyone and to also who he is, and he's accepted who he is as a successful entrepreneur. If you are an entrepreneur, I would recommend listening to Gary Vee and watching his videos. I would truly recommend doing that. And you all are amazing. And ask me anything about, I'll ask you all what you think an entrepreneur is, and how to run a business, and how to get the job rolling and at a success rate. This is something that all of us who want to connect to that area of success of running your own business, how do you get to that direction and path? That's that. I'm your host, Patty St. Pat. And just remember that you are success. You are your own entrepreneur, even if you don't have your own business. You can create something beautiful and let the world see how you're doing. And just remember that you are the best, you are success, and you are loved. And just know that. Thank you to everyone that is listening to this series. Thank you for listening to all the things that I've been talking about. I love doing this series. I truly do. It is helping me grow as a human being. It is making me grow as Patty St. Pat, and it is growing me to be a better individual to those around me and to you. You all are rock stars. Gary Vee's a rock star. Lindsey Sterling's a rock star. Robert Downey Jr. and Jonathan Rumi are rock stars. Everyone's a rock star. Just know that. And this is the best thing that I've ever done, is doing this series and getting to know my audience. You just need to understand who you are 24/7. Everyone knows who they are. Everyone is capable of just doing something that they love and succeeding in it. So again, make sure to see Gary Vaynerchuk's videos. If you have Audible, purchase his books so they can listen to and understand and maybe even take notes of what he's saying. And this is Patty St. Pat again. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you all on the next episode. And don't forget to love you.